Bingo! The old magic is still there.
Hold it! What? You tread on that carpet, you're in big trouble.
Blimey, you're worse than my wife, you are.
Well, Dexter, put your shoes back on. What you nearly did was trigger an alarm. Pressure pad, you see?
Oh, yeah, we step on that and all hell breaks loose.
Exactly. The ceiling comes down, circular saws fly out of the walls, spikes shoot up your trouser leg.
Really?
Oh, just follow me.
Are you all right?
Yeah. There's an invisible beam running down the room, you see?
Where? I can't see it.
Look, there's the transmitter and there's the receptor point.
Where?
No! Just trust me, all right?
Yeah. All right.
Well, there's the safe.
Right. Let's get cracking.
Dexter, what are you doing?
It's the invisible beams.
There's only one.
Really? Good.
Right, well, over to you two. Pete, look after that. Dexter, I know I'm a comparative newcomer to the delights of safe blowing, but isn't that a teensy bit too much?
Get that, Lewis? The professor here thinks I'm using too much. Lewis?
What?
Pathetic. No faith, some people. Right, Pete. You better find yourself somewhere to hide.
Yes, well, knowing your track record, Dexter, I imagine the safest place is inside here. Bloody hell.
Right. Come on. Right, get down, lads. And it is with great pleasure that I declare this safe open!
You appear to have declared the wall open as well.
Oops.
Oh, my God. Well, we've just got to hope that Drummond doesn't find out about this. Say nothing. He may not have noticed.
Oh, brilliant.
All right, Matthew, you've made your point. Please, just don't keep going on about it.
I'm sorry, old man, but I just had to hear about it firsthand. Oh. It's all over MI6. Is it true that bricks from your wall are fetching a higher price than those from Berlin?
Oh, don't be ridiculous.
Still, it could have been worse. At least it was only a training exercise.
Yes, thank God for that.
Actually, you were almost in a position to do precisely that, face to face.
Look, accidents will happen.
An accident? Is that what you think?
Of course. Why, don't you?
Well, that safe only missed you by a couple of inches, you know, Morris.
Now, look here, Matthew, there's no way my chaps did this deliberately.
Oh, I see. So it was just natural incompetence on their part, was it?
Absolutely. No, of course not. No, it was just one of those things. A bit of bad luck.
Oh, please, Morris. Setting off an alarm is bad luck. Launching a safe into orbit is crass stupidity.
Oh, and you're also bloody perfect in MI6, aren't you? Never make a mistake.
Well, I like to think we do all right. Yes.
Oh, really? Well, I mean, we seem to have conveniently forgotten about Blake and the Berlin Tunnel, Buster Crabbe, Kim Philby, Ioka, NASA, not to mention the Falklands fiasco.
Yes,
Let he who is without cock-ups cast the first safe.
Yes, well, that was all a long time ago, Morris. Today, I'd match any of my men against any of yours.
Oh, really? Care to put your money where your mouth is?
We've got to do what?
Well, that's the bet, Pete. We've got to break into Matthew Wingate's office at MI6, open the safe and take the contents back to Drummond.
Oh, I see. And we just stroll into one of the most secure buildings in the country, do we? Just have a chat with the duty officer, I suppose. Oh, yes, sir. You want Mr. Wingate's office. That's on the 8th floor. If you want the safe, have a quick look behind the canaletto. Thank you so much.
Oh, come on, Pete. It'd be a laugh.
Oh, you're hysterical. Well, why don't we practice with something easier to start with, eh? Like Tower of London or the Royal Mint?
We can't have MI6 going about saying we can't pull it off.
Well, we can't pull it off.
Don't be so negative.
May I just remind you and Butch Cassidy here that during your last escapade, you used enough explosives to blow up the bridge on the River Kwai. Now, that wouldn't have been so bad, but when they winched the safe out of Drummond's car, the door was still shut tight.
Just a little hiccup, that's all.
No, I'm sorry, Dexter. I just don't want to get involved with any more of your pyrotechnics. Thank you very much.
Well, you don't have to. We're here to meet a specialist. A freelancer.
Really?
Yeah, a certain Danny Curtis. Now, what he doesn't know about safes isn't worth knowing.
I don't know why they're getting a safe cracker to do this job. I mean, I could have blown it.
There's every chance you could have, Dex.
Anyway, Pete, you hang around here for Curtis and we'll circle around. I mean, we don't want to look too conspicuous.
How will I know him?
Don't worry, he'll find you.
Look out below. You my contact?
Are you Danny Curtis?
Yeah, that's right.
Yes, yes, I am. Peter Chapman. Hello.
OK, Pete. Come on, we don't want to hang around.
Yes, well, the car will be here in a minute.
I ain't got time for all that.
You were supposed to bring Curtis straight back here, Piglet. Where on earth have you been for the last 48 hours?
On the rampage, sir. I've tried to keep an eye on Casanova Curtis, like you told me to, but believe me, it hasn't been easy.
Well, where did you get to?
Well, first of all, he said he wanted to go and see the wife.
Well, that shouldn't have been a problem.
Well, it wouldn't have been if the wife in question had been his. There I was, sitting in the lounge, reading a copy of the Woman's Weekly whilst he re-established contact upstairs, when all of a sudden her husband came home. And, of course, he thought I was the other man.
And weren't you?
Well, of course not. But that didn't stop him chasing me around the council estate with a snooker cue whilst Randy Danny calmly pulled on his trousers and waited for me at the car. Which, incidentally, wasn't the car we arrived in.
No! Come on, darling. 4 years is a long time without a woman.
Really? I wouldn't have said so.
Just keep your filthy hands to yourself.
Oi, take a bloody number, pal. I was here first.
All right, Lewis, that'll do. Ah, Mr. Curtis, how kind of you to join us. Can we get you anything? Tea, coffee, bromide?
You know how it is, Mr. D. You must have had to go without yourself.
Yes, thank you, Mr. Curtis. Look, I just remembered I didn't arrange to have you sprung so that you could simply satisfy your carnal instincts. There'll be plenty of time for all that once the mission is completed and your amnesty has been approved.
Okie doke, Mr. D. So, what's the caper?
This here is a plan of the 5th floor of MI6 as supplied by Matthew Wingate. Here is his office. And here, gentlemen, our objective, the safe. Oh, this is ridiculous. This is the 3rd takeaway we've had to stop at this evening.
I wouldn't mind if you just had an appetite for food. We went round to 3 women last night. Talk about dangerous liaison. The man's insatiable.
Yeah, Mr. D, I brought you a saveloy.
Do you mind putting that disgusting thing away, Curtis?
First time he's heard that expression since we sprung him.
Want a chip, Pete?
No, thanks.
Would one of you mind winding down a window, please?
Oh, Mr. D, you haven't, have you? Naughty boy.
I was referring to your chips, Curtis. They're stinking the place out.
Okie doke, Mr. P. Oh, before I forget, Here's your wallet back.
You stole my wallet.
Well, you don't expect me to pay for my own supper, do you?
Let me make it perfectly clear, Curtis, I do not condone these sort of criminal acts.
Oh, but it's all right for me to break into a building and force open a safe.
That's different.
Oh, yeah, different, yeah.
Dexter and Lewis are cutting it a bit fine, sir.
Yes, where the hell are they? Hang on. This all looks very familiar.
Of course it does. We've been down here 3 times. This is just bloody embarrassing. 2 blokes from MI5 can't find MI6.
Look, I'll know it when I see it. A taxi driver pointed it out to me once. It is definitely something Bridge Road.
Oh, well, that narrows it down, doesn't it? Battersea Bridge Road, Chelsea Bridge Road, Vauxhall Bridge Road, Albert Bridge Road. I mean, do stop me if I mention something that sounds familiar.
What was that first one again?
Well, I think we waited long enough. Off you go, you two.
Aren't you coming with us, sir?
What, dressed like this? Who do you think I am? Raffles?
Well, but seeing as it was your bet with Matthew Wingate, you'd want to come and act as backup.
Well, don't worry, Piglet. I shall be supporting you all the way.
All the way from your Masonic dinner and dance. So,
Nevertheless, Piglet, I shall be thinking of you. I shall be there in spirit. Mind you, if anything should go wrong, I've never heard of you. Good night, you two, and please don't come back empty-handed. Thank you, Truman.
So far, so good.
I don't like this, Danny. I can't see the point in carrying on with half the team missing.
It's all right, we do it on our own. Be a piece of cake. I've done hundreds of places like this.
What? Excuse me. Weren't you in prison?
All right, so occasionally one does go awry, but that wasn't altogether my fault.
Oh, yeah.
No, a mate of mine nicked some plans for me, didn't he? But unfortunately, they didn't have no scale on them. I was supposed to come up through the floor of a building society, but I come up a bit short.
So where did you come up?
Police station. Talk about cutting out the middleman. No high-speed chase, nothing.
Look, you are not exactly filling me with confidence here, Danny.
Don't worry about it, Pete. It'll be a breeze. We'll be in and out of here like a flash. Trust me, boy.
There you are, Piglet. Sleep well?
You bastard. You callous, inconsiderate bastard.
How dare you adopt that tone with me?
48 hours I've been in here. Where the hell have you been?
I'll have you know I've postponed some very important meetings to come down here.
Oh, I'll bet. Let me guess. Lord's, was it? Henley, perhaps? Or were you going to spend the day hitting a golf ball around Wentworth?
Goodbye, Piglet.
Where are you going?
I have not come all this way just to have you haranguing me like some dockyard bully.
Oh, no, don't go. Please. I'm sorry, all right? Look, I overreacted. Please, sit down. It's just you don't know what it's like in here. They've taken away my belt and my shoelaces.
Yes, they do that.
Well, my shoes keep flying off, my trousers keep falling down. It's not the best of news, considering I'm sharing a cell with a 17-stone lorry driver who calls himself Susan.
Oh, dear. How dreadful.
I haven't slept for 2 nights. You've got to get me out of here.
Now, pull yourself together, Piglet, and tell me what went wrong.
Well, the major mistake was teaming me up with that idiot Curtis. He makes Dexter look like the A-team.
We can't be that bad, surely.
Oh, you didn't see him at work. It was fine to begin with. We got past security by flashing a bus pass and a packet of condoms. And then I bypassed the security system. We got the lift up to Matthew Wingate's office. I mean, everything was going fine. Curtis rigged up the explosives and bang, the lights went out.
He fused the electrics?
No, my lights went out. The safe door hit me right across the back of the head.
I also understand that there was a fire.
Was there? I don't know. Well, they could have marched a steel band through there, for all I know. All I remember is waking up being surrounded by police marksmen.
Ah, well, from what I gather, most of the contents of that safe have been reduced to ashes.
And was Curtis hurt?
I don't know. Nobody has seen hide nor hair of him since. Right, well, that'll do for now. Piglet, oh, there is one last question. When you were arrested, you were offered a phone call. Why didn't you use it to call our special number?
I did, but I got a bit flustered. I got a medical helpline. There was some woman on the other end telling me how to cope with hemorrhoids.
Oh, how fascinating. Well, let's hope we can get you out of your cold cell before you need to use her advice.
But, sir, can you do me a favour?
Yes.
Contact my wife. She must be frantic worrying where I am.
Already taken care of, Piglet. We told her you run off with another woman.
You've what?
No, only joking. No, we gave her a suitable story.
Good.
Yes, we told her you'd been arrested.
Yes.
How much was the bet again, Matthew? £50, wasn't it?
I think you'll find it was 100, Morris.
Oh, yes, of course.
Yes. Well, your men certainly made a mess of it this time, didn't they?
My men? What mess?
As you will, Morris.
Oh, do you mind if I join you, gentlemen?
Giles, my dear fellow, what a pleasant surprise. You didn't tell me your boss would be joining us.
I didn't know.
Can I get you a brandy, Giles?
Yes, that'll be very nice.
Thank you.
Oh, we had a bit of a flap-on at Century House a couple of nights ago.
Really? 3 large, Hein, please. What happened?
Well, somebody broke into my office and blew up my safe.
We did... They did what?
They blew up my safe.
Matthew's safe, surely.
No, mine. What made you think it was Matthew's?
I heard a whisper.
Well, we've got one of the perpetrators, but I tend to think he was acting under orders.
Oh, you think so?
Oh, yes. But don't worry. He'll crack and name his boss eventually. They always do.
Oh, yeah. Much damage done?
Well, the critical loss was the contents of my safe.
Yes, everything was reduced to ashes. Bad luck, Giles.
Well, I think the bad luck is with you, Matthew. We have certainly enough circumstantial material to make a case against you.
I'd like to see you try.
I have every intention of doing so.
Well, good luck. You'll need it.
No, I don't think so. We'll make it stick.
I doubt it.
Excuse me, is there something here that I should know?
Yes. You should know that Wingate here has been selling departmental secrets for several years now. We built up quite a dossier, and we're about to pass it to the DPP for action.
But unfortunately, you had a little bit of a fire, didn't you, Giles?
Oh, my God. So this burglar, whoever he was, under orders of whoever he is, has destroyed the evidence.
Yes. Frightful, isn't it, Morris?
Anyway, Matthew, there are a couple of gentlemen over here who'd like to ask you a few questions.
Only too pleased, old man. Without any evidence, I'll be out and about within 24 hours. Oh, thank you, Morris. For the lunch, I mean.
You bloody swine! Give me my money back!
Well, I best be going myself.
Right.
Of course, this incident wasn't a total disaster. The chap who broke into my office exposed several weaknesses in our security system, which I'm happy to say we're putting right.
Oh, splendid, Giles. I'm glad that some good has come out of it.
Yes. So, do pass on my compliments to your man Chapman, won't you?
Yes, of course.
So it was all a setup, was it, sir?
Yes, we were all duped by Wingate.
We, sir?
All right, I was duped by Wingate. The switch of officers was all part of his deception to get us to do his dirty work for him. And unfortunately, I fell for it, hook, line, and sinker.
There's no fool like an old fool, is there, sir?
Thank you, Dexter, for those few kind words. At least I went to the right building.
So what'll happen to Wingate, sir?
Well, without any evidence, he'll get off scot-free. Of course, he'll have to leave MI6, but that's no great punishment for his treachery. Yes.
All right, all. Where have you been? I'm sorry I'm been around, fellas, but I got a bit, you know, tied up.
But where on earth did you get to?
Do you mind, Piglet? I'll ask the questions. Where on earth did you get to?
Well, when that safe went up, I thought there's no point both of us getting nicked. So I legged it. I'm sorry it was such a cock-up, Mr. D, but these new modern explosives are a bit bleeding lively, aren't they? I put miles too much in.
Yeah, I can understand that, Danny. Could happen to anybody.
Curtis, what are you doing here?
I'm off in a couple of hours, so I only come in to say goodbye.
Where you going?
Benidorm.
Oh, lovely.
Here, do you want to come, darling? You can stuff your face full of paella and slosh it down with the old sangria there till your heart's content, eh?
Your parents didn't waste a penny on that Harrow education, did they, Danny?
Well, tempting though you make it sound, I think I'll pass.
Oh, suit yourself, love. Only me and my mate's got a timeshare villa down there.
Whoever's not doing time gets to share it.
All right, enough of this frivolity, please.
Anyway, as you see, I got myself kitted out. Bunged a mate of mine 500 quid for a forged passport.
Just bloody stupid, isn't it? You get a real one for 15.
Anyway, I've got to be at the airport in half an hour.
Well, goodbye, Mr. Curtis.
Oh, I almost forgot. I also wanted to give you this.
It's the file on Matthew Wingate.
Show me. Oh, this is absolutely wonderful.
Well, I grabbed what I could before it all went up, but I've got to be honest with you, Pete, I don't think it's worth very much.
No, it's worth more than you know, Danny.
Oh, is it? In that case, maybe we should renegotiate my terms.
Goodbye, Mr. Curtis.
All right, point taken, Mr. D. No harm in trying, is it?
If you'll excuse me, I'll rush this straight over to MI6.
It's in Chelsea Bridge Road, sir.
Westminster Bridge Road, you prat.
Ta-ra, Pete. Keep your head down, eh?
Yeah, will do. Listen, Danny, well, I said some pretty mean things about you when everything went wrong, you know, and I just wanted to say I'm sorry.
That's all right, mate. Think nothing of it. No hard feelings, eh? All right. Anyway, there's a Merc parked outside I've got to get to before the owner gets back. That's still away, go.
Bye, Danny.
What a character, eh? Oh, we're gonna miss him.
Speak for yourself.
It just goes to show how you can misjudge people, though, doesn't it? I mean, I never thought I'd see him again, yet he took the time and trouble to bring that file back.
Yeah, he's all right, Danny is.
I did like his outfit. Very natty, I thought.
Did you see that watch he had on? I mean, how can he afford gear like that? And where did he get 500 quid for a passport?
Not to mention the flight to Greece.
Spain.
Spain?
I mean, what's he going to live on when he gets there?
Oh, he'll do okay.
Oh, you think so?
Oh, I know so. The thieving bastards nicked my wallet.